What's going on, guys? It's Dave from FM Scout and welcome back to the fourth installment of Awesome Attributes. Now today we've got the best tacklers on Football Manager 2016. There is a range. There's 10 players that I'm going to be showing you today with the best tackling stat on the game. At the start of the game, I'm using a huge database, so it kind of covers every single player that is on the game. And we've loaded the top 5 leagues just to ensure everyone that we can search for is going to be in your game. So without further ado, let's go straight into the video. First player on the list is Barcelona's centre-back, the Argentine Javier Mascherano. Now, he's the only player in the game with the stat of 20 for tackling, the best stat you could possibly get. Now, he's coming on a little bit. He's into the later stages of his career at 31 years of age. He's got over 100 caps for Argentina now, but still a very, very good player. Of course, he used to play, defensive midfield, still his strongest position, but he can also play centre-back quite well too. But of course, he's got the best tackling stat, very strong mental stats, and still very good physical stats as well. He's valued at 17.75 million at the start of the game, earning up to around £150,000. If you wanted to sign Mascherano, it would cost you up to around 28 million at the start of the game, and his draft value is around 31.5 million. The second player on the list is Dante, also 31 years of age, but he is from Brazil. He has got a tackling stat of 19. He's not the quickest player with 9 acceleration, but his pace is 12. As a whole, he's pretty slow centre back, but makes up for it with that marking, tackling. Decent header of the ball, very good mental attributes too. So a bit of a brick wall at the back, to be honest. He starts off with a value of just 4.2 million, earning around £70,000 a week. At the start of the game, you can purchase him for around 7.6 million, and his draft value is 21.5 million. The first Premier League player on the list is Laurent Koscielny from Arsenal, 29-year-old Frenchman with 19 tackling. Also, this guy is a very, very strong player all round, very good physical and mental stats. Valued at the start of the game with £16.5 million, earning up to around £90,000 a week. You can sign him at the start of the game for around £41 million, and draft mode, you can get him for around £25.5 million, which isn't bad at all for a centre-back of his quality. Now, the oldest player on this list is Manchester City's Martin Demichelis at 34 years old. He's also Argentinian, similar to Javier Mascherano. His tackling stat is 19. Now, the key stats for him as a defender are pretty strong, to be honest, for Demichelis. He's got 17 heading, 19 marking, 19 tackling, 16 position, and the only kind of two that let him down here is concentration and decisions. But a very, very good defender on the game, to be honest. He's valued at 1.7 million. However, he does earn around £80,000 a week. If you wanted to sign him at the start of the game, if you've got enough wage budget to do so as well, his £2.6 million should see a bid get accepted for Demichelis, and on draft mode is 21.5 million, which isn't too bad for a player of his quality. Next player on the list is Luis Gustavo from Wolfsburg. He's 27 years of age, also Brazilian. Got a bit of a South American theme going on here. His tackling stat is also 19. His main position is a defensive midfielder or a central midfielder, but you can also play centre-back, left-back or left wing-back as well. Very strong physical stats from him and mental stats. Overall, a very, very good player. Valued at 20.5 million, but at the start of the game, you could sign him for 36 million. He is earning around £96,000 a week, but on draft mode, he's around 26 million, so not too bad for a Bundesliga player. Very strong central midfielder. The next player on the list is Borussia Dortmund centre-back Socrates Papastathopoulos. I hope I said that correctly. A 27-year-old Greek international. He's got over 50 caps for them, 19 tackling for him. But overall, he's such a quick player for a centre-back. 18 pace, great stamina and strength. I mean, marking at 19, heading isn't the best at 13. But overall, he's a very, very good player. Mental stats are also brilliant. Now, he's only valued at 14.5 million. However, you would have to sign him for around £34 million. On draft mode, he's only worth 20 million, which isn't bad at all. And his wage isn't ridiculous. He's earning £40,000 a week. I mean, if you're a big club, you should be able to lure him away. Now, the next player is someone that I know a lot of people have signed. He's a young Centre-back, Adair Alvarez Balanta. Now, apparently he turns into an absolute beast on Football Manager. However, I haven't signed him, so I'm not too sure. His tackling stat is 18. Overall, he looks a very, very good young player. He currently plays for River Plate. He earns just under £5,000 a week. Of course, valued just at £1.7 million. To sign him, you'd only have to pay around £2.8 million for him, which isn't bad. He already got 5 caps for the Colombian first team. On draft mode, he's valued at just 6.5 million. So if you've got a little bit of money left, you need a backup centre back or even someone to push forward your draft starting lineup, this guy could be the one for you. The next player on the list is Croatian Domagoj Vida. The 26-year-old plays for Dinamo Kiev. He's valued at £8 million, earning around £13.75 thousand a week. His tackling stat is also 18, but again, he's a bit of a beast in the air. 16 for heading. As a defender, he isn't bad at all. He's a very, very strong centre-back. I mean, for a Premier League team, you'd be very impressed with this guy, with his stats. To buy him, though, you would have to pay around £19 million. He is valued at £8 million. And on draft mode, he's only worth £6.5 million, so very similar to Balanta. Could be a very, very good backup player or someone to push into that first team as well. Next, we have Morgan Schneiderlin. He's the only player on this list who doesn't actually have any defending positions in his preferred positions on the game. His tackling stat is 18. His strongest position is as a central midfielder, but you can also play as a defensive midfielder, as an attacking midfielder. And if you just see here, he's unconvincing at right midfield as well. Overall, a very, very good player. Obviously, plays for Manchester United, valued at £26 million, earning £100,000 a week. He's got 18 work rate, 18 teamwork. Overall, his mental stats are very strong. A player who has got a very good engine on him with 18 natural fitness and 19 stamina, so he won't really get tired. To sign him, though, you would have to pay around £63 million. But I'm sure, as the if you skip a season, that value may go down slightly because it is his first season as a Manchester United player. His draft mode value is £26 million, though. Final player on this list, and I couldn't really miss him out, was probably one of the best centre-backs, if not the best centre-back in the world, Sergio Ramos. The 29-year-old plays for Real Madrid, valued at £33 million. However, he is earning around £250,000 a week. Now, his tackling stat is 18, and overall, he is such a strong player. He can also play as a sweeper, right back, right wing back, even a defensive midfielder, and he's a bit unconvincing as a central midfielder as well. His mental stats are absolutely incredible, along with his technical stats. The only technical stat that lets him down really is his corners, but all the other ones are very, very strong indeed. Of course, he used to play as a right back every now and then for Real Madrid. His physical stats are very strong as well, standing at 6 foot. He's quite a big guy as well. And overall, he's a very, very strong player. However, he's the most expensive player on this list to buy. £81 million you'd need to spend to purchase him. And he's the most expensive player on draft mode as well, £36.5 million. But you can't have much wrong with Sergio Ramos. So guys, that is the end of the video and the end of the list of players, the best tacklers on Football Manager 2016. Now, there were a lot of players with 18 tackling, so I had to pick out a few. I picked out Ramos, Schneiderlin, Vida, Balanta, because there was an interesting mix there. I couldn't really miss out Ramos because I know a lot of people would be a bit angry about it. But there is a lot of players. I mean, if you download Genie Scout yourself, I'll leave a link to that in the description. FM Scouts, Genie Scout. You can search the best tacklers on the game. I mean, if you actually search it in the game, your scouting range might not be great, so you might not pick up everyone. If you download the app, it really, really does help. So overall, that was my list of the top 10 tacklers on Football Manager. If you did enjoy it, please do drop a like down below. Subscribe if you're new to the channel, and make sure you check out our giveaway for Football Manager 2016. It ends on Christmas Eve, so be quick. All you have to do is subscribe to the channel and comment your best ever Football Manager moment. I'll leave a link to that video in the description. Also, you can check out my channel in the description down below. Make sure you subscribe to that as well. Follow me on Twitter as well. And guys, I'll see you all next time.